Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone. My name is Gabriel Fanda, and today we will have a debate about the use of e-money in e-commerce is more efficient than paper currency. Before we start, I would like to introduce my group, my team. The first speaker is consist me as the first speaker, and the second speaker will be performed by Orange Florentin, and I'm gonna perform as the third speaker, and Orange will be performed as the reply speaker. So without further delay, let's go into our topic. I'm gonna talk about first. Uh, so our motion title is "This House believes the use of e-money in e-commerce is more effective than paper currency." But before that, what is electronic money? So e-money is a digital alternative to cash. It allows the user to make cashless payment with money stored on a card or a phone, or over by the internet. In this modern era, you can do a lot of things virtually. You can work from everywhere now. You can even study school virtually, just like some school do these past 2 years. And you can see a virtual buying and selling process almost everywhere. For example, like NFT or any other things. So we can see a lot of advertisement for it, and people were implementing this and become normalized over time. With this process, people use that. People more used to familiar with Iman. Uh, so Imani has a lot of effectiveness rather than paper currency. With Imani, you don't have to carry your money everywhere in lots of amount. You don't need a big of wallet to carry your money. You don't need bag or anything. You just need a card, or you can even use your phone to do payment. Mm, and with e-money, you can also do international transaction more easily rather than paper currency. Because when we want to pay something with paper currency, we need a lot of document, like a lot. But if we use e-money, it's just like a simple one click away. So there is no doubt that most people nowadays are more think that e-money is more effective rather than paper currency. Many advantages that we can keep by using e-money, and also we can track our transaction history since our transaction was being recorded, and not like paper currency who sometimes we forgot what we buy even an hour ago. We can see the example of the effectiveness in the usage of e-money in almost e-commerce and a couple of offline stores or physical store you may call. E-money really changed how the market works. People who usually can't bring much of their money to the certain reason or unexpected situation can be more relaxed in facing some situation that require an unexpected expenses. With e-money, people who forget to bring wallet can still pay from their phone or with card. There are many other examples of the usage of e-money that were really effective in application in daily life. Not just that, but e-money were more easily. With e-money, people shouldn't have to worry about the amount of money that they're bringing because they don't need to bring lot of which can endanger themselves and also take some places. And e-money is kind of advantage, and people use it more. Uh, it's been like for 10 years maybe, and so yeah, that's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The next speaker will be performed by Muhammad Fatan Mubina.
All right, everyone. I'm Muhammad Fatul Mubina as a verse speaker from the negative team. Will convey my rebuttal. But the first, I will I will I will introduce my member group, which consists of Mario Samputra as a second speaker and Melanie Apriliana Lesaginti as a third speaker. So I would like to convey my rebuttal. Imani. I'm really sure that many people were familiar with these things nowadays. Many people seeing that Imani bring a lot of effectiveness rather than paper currency. People nowadays more likely People nowadays more likely to use in e-money rather than bring paper currency. But a lot of people doesn't seem to aware with the danger of it. Everything that require technology in their process would come to an error in certain cases. So, did all of you can still say this effective? How can it be effective if there is still a flaw in it? If we are talking about error, paper currency would have a smaller chance to encounter an error since it happens directly in person. Even the security of e-money is sometimes still unquestionable. We can take a look at the fact that no matter how advanced e-money is, it still cannot replace the paper currency. E-money is only an alternative to paper currency. Many physical stores that didn't support e-money or paying virtually yet and do, we can call it effective that I'm really sure no matter how further we innovate the form and usage of e-money, nothing still cannot replace paper currency. And then I will convey the evidence. There are still some several issues with the usage of e-money. From encountering an error and scam, many cases that the money that have been sent didn't receive by the recipient, but the status of the transaction is already success. People can be more consumptive too as well. Many cases that feature people more easily to buy something with e-money rather than paper currency because they cannot handle the temptation. There are also some nominal terms in using e-money which we are not effective and sometimes force people to buy something they do not need to meet the requirement their terms. And then I think that e-money still cannot replace paper currency. All right, everyone, that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. The next speaker from the positive team will continue by Oren Florentin.
All right, thank you for the opportunity. Hello, everyone. My name is Orang Florentin from Second Speaker Affirmative Team. I would like to deliver my speech from Affirmative Team. So, there are a reason why people were enjoying using e-money. Since e-money can manage more easily and can sure help people to manage their economic everywhere and everywhere. With the help of technology and internet, e-money can be more easy to access, and there are no reason to deny to using it. And overall, e-money has been a quite good substitute to paper currency for some unexpected organ. We can see nowadays that people just to using e-money as their alternative to do transaction. But why is this happen? Well, it's proving that people were enjoying to use e-money feel its advantage. It seems that e-money is more easily to use in daily life. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
All right, I think the next speaker is me from the opposition team. All right, so good evening, everyone, and thank you for the chance. So my name is Mario Samputra as the deputy leader of the opposition team. So there are many factors that worry us about e-money. One of them is the security system. As my friend has said before, we need account and password to use e-money. It is also crucial to maintain the security of our e-money. Nevertheless, the security system is not enough to keep it safe. In some case, the password of e-money can get leaked or and our account can be duplicated. Another disadvantage of e-money is we need to bring the device everywhere because the device is an important thing and replacement of cash in transaction. So if we don't bring the device with us or the device does not have battery, then we cannot make any transaction. Other disadvantage of e-money is that it cannot be used in every transaction. Not every place, especially in Indonesia, has the device to support the e-money payment. It will cause consumers still use cash in some transaction. So therefore, the disadvantage of e-money will give several bad impact on us. And e-money is a non-cash payment method that has several disadvantages to help us in economic activity. But the disadvantage of e-money cannot be ignored. So because of this disadvantage, will halt our economic and social activities. The advantage and the disadvantage of e-money certainly will influence the use of it. And the disadvantage of e-money can be overcome. For example, we need to avoid our e-money account to get hacked. Uh, and then we must make a new complicated combination of our e-money password. And because of that, we will believe that there are more disadvantage to e-money than the advantage. So while consumers are constantly changing their habits, the cash remains part to their day-to-day life. And we usually pay cash for a smaller expense, for example, like a coffee, a bread, or even a public transport. And while digital payments are gaining a lot of ground, notes and coins will remain indispensable in many situations. Some places don't have card payment capabilities and require a minimum amount of to pay. And that's make the not carrying cash become risky. Uh, Getting cash is not hard too because the most common is from an ATM because it's very simple and available for 24 hours. I think that is from me about our argument. The next will be from the government team. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Bang Marius, for the argument. So, first of all, I'm gonna about the argument when Bang Marius stated that uh, when we carry the paper currency, Bang Marius state that we can, how to say it? We still need to bring money to in case that the e-money didn't work. But the main point of e-money is that it's not to replace the paper currency, it's for the alternative. So let's just say when we bring 100 rupiah, 100,000 rupiah, I'm sorry, and maybe we have 1 million in our e-money. Uh, what if we revert it? What if we bring 1 million rupiah and we have 100,000 rupiah in our e-money? It doesn't. It seems unbalanced, right? The point of e-money is to. It's really hard to say. Wait. The point of e-money is to be an alternative, so we don't need to worry about. Oh, we can. Wait. Oh wait, we can't use it because it's broke. No. The point of the e-money is when if the e-money can be used, then we still have our paper currency. And I'm gonna go to my summary about. I'm gonna summary my second speaker. Uh, so my second speaker, I'm gonna support my second speaker that e-money is really part of the economic and can really make the change flow. But rather than all of that, I support e-money. I say that e-money are more effective than paper currency because it can taken anywhere, everywhere without lot of. For example, when we go to outside of country, we need to go to money changer, right? But if we use our e-money, to. Uh, we don't have to hardly to take to take care about that. We can just use our digital money, and the other country can adapt to it. So that's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi.
All right. I am the third speaker from the opposition team. Like my friend said before, many people think that electronic money brings more effectiveness than paper currency. But many people seem unaware of the dangers. If we talk about errors, paper currency will have less chance of finding faults because they happen in person. Even the safety of e-money is sometimes unquestionable. We can see the fact that no matter how sophisticated electronic money, it still cannot replace paper currency. E-money is simply an alternative to paper currency. Many physical stores do not yet support e-money or virtual payments. There are still some problems with the use of money, from finding faults and fraud. In many cases, the money that has been sent is not received by the recipient, but the status of the transaction is successful. E-money have many negative effects for people who use it. The risk of filing cards and their charge value called alarm some consumers. Otherwise, e-money also can be hacked by any people. Therefore, electronic money still cannot replace paper currency. The use of e-money is not better than paper currency. There are many negative effects of people who use it. It is even more dangerous than using paper currency for the transaction. All right, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
All right, thank you for the opportunity. I would like to deliver my speech from affirmative team. We still absolutely believe that with we still absolutely believe that with the use e-money in commerce is more effective than paper currency. You don't have to carry your money everywhere in large of amount. With e-money, you can also do international transaction more easily, which will be more harder to do with paper currency. Many, many advantages that we can keep by using e-money, and also we can track our transaction history since our transaction was being recorded. There's a lot of moments that will help you more by using e-money. By using e-money, we will be easier because the use of e-money can reduce the use of paper that can threaten environmental damage. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
All right, all right, everyone. Me, as a reply speaker of the negative team, will convey that I will convey that paper currency will always be great transaction way for us. We can feel more safe when using paper currency rather than e-money because I think e-money have because e-money have many negative effects as above. I think that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.